Hola, me llamo Margarita Carmen Casano. Tengo 68 años. Soy de Brooklyn, New York. Soy bonito y talentosa. Me gusta bailar. After a while of my stardom, I changed my name to Rita Hayworth before my first marriage. I ended up having 5 marriages, those to James Hill, Dick Hames, Prince Ali Khan, Orson Welles, and Edward C. Judson. I was also considered a pinup girl of World War II. I had 2 children, one daughter named Yasmin to my 3rd husband, Prince Ali Khan. I moved to Europe while he helped rule his country. And I had another daughter named Rebecca Wells, born to my 4th husband, Orson Welles. When I was 3 years old, I began to practice dancing for the family group, the Dancing Casanos. After a couple years of dancing, I got discovered and was sent to do a film. And my director thought I had such talent that by the time of my death, I performed and starred in over 75 movies. I was nominated in the end of my life for 25 Best Female Actors. And at the age of 78, I died of Alzheimer's, and my daughter Rebecca now has an Alzheimer's awareness and research fundraiser support.
Me llamo Rebecca Lobos. Tengo 37 años. Soy de Massachusetts. Soy rico y atlético. Me gusta baloncesto y familia. I am 6 foot 4 inches. I am a professional basketball player. I have played on teams such as New York, Liberty, Houston Comets, and Connecticut Sun. I could not play for 2 seasons due to a torn ACL. I played on the U.S. women's basketball team in 1996 Summer Olympics and helped bring home a gold. I was once on Celebrity Jeopardy and was playing for the St. Mary's School and received $25,000 for the cause. I am a breast cancer advocate and health spokesperson. In 1995, I received awards for Outstanding Female Athlete, Female Athlete of the Year by Associated Press, Women's Basketball Player of the Year by the NCAA, and Woman of the Year by the Women's Sports Foundation. In 1996, I was a spokesperson for the Lee National Denim Day, which raises millions of dollars for breast cancer research and education. Me and my mother founded the Ruth Ann and Rebecca Lobo Scholarship, which offers a scholarship to the Union School of Allied Health for Hispanics. In 2003, I married Steve Russian, Sports Illustrated columnist at the Basketball Hall of Fame. In 2004, we had our first child out of 4 children, and her name was Sabahan Rose Russian. She was a Christmas baby. Then on August 10, 2006, we had our second daughter, Maeve Elizabeth Russian. Next, on October 6, 2008, we had our first son, Thomas Joseph Russian. Finally, on October 16, 2010, we had our 3rd girl, Rose Russian.
Hola, me llamo John Lennon. Soy de Inglaterra. Tengo 7 Soy talioso y musicano. Me gusta cantar y tocar. I was raised by my aunt and uncle. I got my first guitar from my aunt Mimi at age 16. I stood at 5'11" or 1.8 meters tall. I had an affection on cats. Me and Paul first met on July 6, 1957 at the Liverpool, the Parish Church in Liverpool. I met Elvis in 1965. The Liverpool was named after me. Was renamed John Lennon Airport after me in 2001. I was cremated at a private ceremony.
Me llamo Jorge López. Tengo años 50. Soy comediante y programa de televisión. When I was 2 months old, I was left by my father, and then I was raised by my maternal grandfather. I was also deserted by my mother when I was 10. When I was 38, I was offered to do a major morning show called the Clear Channel Communications in LA. In 2000, after many years of stand-up comedian shows, I was asked by Sandra Bullock to produce a comedy for ABC. After 8 years of producing and be the star of my own show, George Lopez, I was offered to join Nick at Night, and I took it. Over the years, I have been awarded 2 Grammy Awards, hosted a Grammy show, and I have hosted the Season 9 elimination of American Idol.
Me llamo Janice Joplin. Tengo 26 años. Soy de Teja. Me gusta y cantar y me gustan droga. I made up the famous quote, "The more you live, the less you die." As a teenager, I got bullied for my weight and acne. I ran away at age 17. I started doing drugs every day. My nickname is Pearl. I have a strong and rough voice. After graduation, I joined the band The Big Brother. We recorded songs like Pearl, Bobby McGee, and Mercedes-Benz. I sang in Woodstock in 1969. I overdosed of heroin and died while recording Pearl, and my ashes were scattered off the coast in California.
Me llamo Sam Cook. Tengo 33 años. Soy de Clarkdale, Mississippi. Me gusta cantar y tomar leche. I'm known as the King of Soul. Had 29 top 40 hits from 1957 through 1964. Was drunk and manager had committed a justifiable homicide. Most influential black vocalist of the post-World War II period. Was a major figure in the history of popular music. Was a black gospel, R&B, soul, and pop singer and songwriter. Was shot to death at age 33. My son went to backyard and drowned himself. I started my own record label, SAR Records.
Soy Selena Quintanilla. Soy de Lake Jackson, Texas. Tengo 24 años. Soy flaca y hermosa. Selena was named Queen of Tejano. She made her first public appearance at her dad's Mexican restaurant. She finished her education via correspondence courses. She signed with Capital EMT in 1989. She released several albums with that label, including Amor Prohibido. She married Chris Perez April 2nd, 1992. She won her first Grammy in 1994. She became a star singing in her second language, Spanish. Aside from her singing, Selena was an avid clothing designer. She was murdered by Yolanda Salazar on March 31st, 1995.
Me llamo Mick Jagger. Soy de Inglaterra. Me gusta jugar la guitarra y cantar. Tengo 68 años. My full name is Michael Philip Jagger. I have 7 kids. My birthday is July 26th. I'm in a band called the Rolling Stones. I play the harmonica, acoustic guitar, and I'm the lead singer. People say I'm the face and mouth of our band. My buddies Keith Richards and Brian Jones play the guitar. Bo Wyman on bass and Charlie Watts on drums. We released our first album in 1964 called The Rolling Stones.
Me llamo Oscar de la Hoya. Tengo 40 años. Soy de Los Ángeles, California. Soy rápido y fuerte. Me gusta boxear y cantar. I started boxing when I was 6. I went to the East Side Boxing gym to practice. Every time I won a fight, I got money from my cousins. I participated in the 1992 Olympics. I had 163 knockouts. I ruled the welterweight, also sung. I released my first album on Latin Records. I lost to Mosley and Trinidad. I'm still involved with boxing today.
I married Lucille Ball. My father was the mayor of Santiago. Dad was sent to jail for failed revolt, which he wasn't actually part of. Lucille Ball was 6 years older than me, but we split the difference so nobody would know that she was 6 years older than me. We had 2 children, Lucy Arnaz and Desi Arnaz Jr. My wife and I got divorced in 1957. Then I wrote an autobiography called The Book. I was almost killed by the mafia. I was once in debt of $30,000 my wife helped pay off. I own my own hotel with 43 rooms.
Me llamo Marilyn Manson. Tengo 42 años. Soy de Canton, Ohio. Soy rico y feo. Me gustan ver la tele y nadar. Me gusta textil y riar. I was born Brian Hugh Warner, but I changed my name to Marilyn Manson. I was molested several times by my neighbor. I have more than 450 scars. My name is a combination of the model Marilyn Monroe and the serial killer Charles Manson. I made a shirt that says "Kill your parents." Someone tried to smother me with a pillow when I was little. 2 students shot out my school and I was blamed for the massacre. And I used to smoke bones from graveyards.
Me llamo Joan Jett. Soy de Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tengo 51 años. Soy talentoso y bonita. I moved to Southern California. I started going to clubs and met Mark Bolan. Mark helped start the Runaways, and I was only 15. We got really into drugs, and in 1979 we broke up. I met Kenny Laguna and Richie Cordell, who helped me with my first solo album. I struggled for a while and got rejected by 23 different companies till me and Laguna founded Blackheart Records in 1980 by the help from The Who. I didn't really become famous till 1982 when I Love Rock and Roll album became a hit. I'm still alive and was recently on the set of The Runaways to help Kristen Stewart with her part.
My name is Madonna. My occupation is a film actress and singer. My birthday is August 6, 1958, and I'm 53 years old. I went to Rochester Adams High School, University of Michigan, and I was born at Bay City, Michigan. I was the third of 6 children in a Catholic family. My father was Tony. My mom was French-Canadian and died when I was 5 years old. Moved to Pointe, Michigan, and my father got married. I was having difficulty being the oldest child. Madonna was the lady of the house, acting in school plays in early year. Flying introduces disco whatever that says. Worked hard in school. I was awarded a dance scholarship to University of Michigan. She stayed 2 years, moved in an apartment in New York City's East Village, a poor neighborhood. First job include figure modeling for actors and acting in low budget. Alvin Ailey, American Dancer Theater, and studied it for time with choreography. Pearl Lang, before going to Paris and France as a dancer and singer, Madonna developed a fascination with music. She played drums in backup singing. She wrote a record song and hung out with popular manthalls. Recorded a contract with Sear Records in October 1982.
Hola, mi nombre es Desianes. Nací en Santiago, Cuba. I am 5'11" de altura. The 1986 cáncer de pluma que restis oches por mí. I muro.
Me llamo Michael Jackson. Tengo 50 años. Soy de Louisiana. Son muerto y viejo. He had 8 brothers and sisters. He had 3 kids. One of his kids was born around his birthday. At almost every concert he threw his hat into the audience. He was very ticklish. He was a big fan of the Three Stooges. He had 2 llamas called Lois and Lola. MC Hammer once challenged him to a dance-off. In 1984, a French fan committed suicide because he couldn't have surgery to look like him. He had a skin disease that changes skin from black to white.
Hola, me llamo Theodore Sus Giesel. Tango 87. Soy de Springfield, Massachusetts. Soy interesante y rubia. I went to college at Dartmouth. He was the editor-in-chief of Jack-O-Lantern Humor magazine. I wrote Cat in the Hat. My birthday is March 2nd, 1904. I died on September 24th, 1991. I married Helen Palmer. The first book I wrote is And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street. My wife died in 1967. Then I married another friend, Ian Dean Stone, and I wrote a lot of books.
The name Mick Taylor replaced him, and after Bill passed, Daryl Jones took over his place. We don't play anymore, but a band is a band forever.
Hola, me llamo Carolina Herrera. Tengo 72 años. Soy de Caracas, Venezuela. Soy rica y vieja. Me gusta coser y ir de compras. My father was the governor of Caracas. In 1980, I became a fashion designer. Sadly, I had no formal education. I was the exclusive designer for Jackie Kennedy. I also invented the little black dress because every woman needs a little black dress. I designed Bella Swan's wedding dress for the movie Breaking Dawn. Currently, I live in New York with my husband and my 2 daughters. My perfume, CH, is scented like jasmines.
Me llamo Edward James Olmos. Tengo 64 años. Soy de Los Angeles, California. Soy alto y rico. Me gusta actuar y el béisbol. Throughout my life, I've been in 9 TV show roles and 45 movies. When I was growing up, I wanted to play pro baseball. For a movie role, I gained 20 pounds and thinned my hair. My people call me E-Joe. I had an asteroid named after me a few years ago called the 5608 Olmos. I've won 9 awards through my life, including an Emmy. When I was a teenager, I was in a rock and roll band called the Pacific Ocean. I've been married 3 times and had 5 kids, including 3 adopted children.
Me llamo Rita Molina. Soy de Puerto Rico. Tengo 80 años. Soy rico y talentosa. Me gusta bailar y trabajar. I was born with the name Rosa Dolores Alverio in Humacao, Puerto Rico. I started taking dancing lessons at the age of 5 when me and my mother moved to New York. I have starred in more than 30 plays and made 25 films. I created and starred on my own TV series 9 to 5. I am a dramatic actress, singer, dancer, and comedian. I was Anita in the famous musical West Side Story. I have won an Oscar, 2 Emmys, a Grammy, and a Tony Award. I married Leonard Gordon, a physician. We have a daughter, Fernanda Luisa, and we live in Southern California. Me llamo Lisa Fernandez. Soy de Lakewood, California. Tengo 39 años. Soy deportista y listo. I was born on February 22nd, 1971. I am 5'6". I was a pitcher, and I once reached 75 miles an hour. I can throw a dip, rise, curve, and screwball. In 2000, I was at the Sydney Olympics celebrated in Australia. I set a record of 25 strikeouts in 1 game. I led my team, the UCLA Bruins, to 2 NCAA Women's College World Series wins. I have 8 gold medals, and in 91 and 92 I won Sportswoman of the Year award. I also played basketball at UCLA and graduated with a brain thing degree. Both of my parents have played baseball. My dad was a semi-pro third baseman in Cuba, and my mom was also a third baseman for the Puerto Rican women's softball team. Since they both played baseball, I say I have it in my blood. In 2002, I married Michael Lujan on August 9th. Then in 2005, my son Antonio was born. He's 5 now, but will be 6 today. I am currently living in Long Beach, California, and I am the assistant coach for UCLA softball team.
Hola, me llamo Jimi Hendrix. Soy de Massachusetts. Tengo 27 años. Soy de talentoso músico. I stole my girlfriend's drugs and died because of using them. I was at the Woodstock concert. I made over 20 albums. I got my first guitar at 16. I only made music for 11 years. I played electric guitar most of the time. I'm right-handed, and I played Purple Haze.
Me llamo Carlos Bocanegra. Soy de Upland, California. Tengo 34 años. Soy alto y caliente. Me gusta jugar al fútbol y jugar videojuegos. I made 247 goals in 320 games. My jersey number is 3. I was captain for the FIFA World Cup in 2007, and my father is of Mexican descent. I played every minute in the FIFA World Cup. I was MLS Defender of the Year in 2003. I went to 2 FIFA World Cups in my life. My national soccer team beat China 4-1 for the U.S. victory in 2007 in the FIFA World Cup. I played for the Chicago Fire and the Rangers when I was younger. I played center back, midfielder, and defender.
Me llamo Gabriela Sabatini. Tengo 41 años. Soy de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Soy soltera y deportista. Me gusta jugar golf y tenis. I started playing tennis at the age of 6. When I was 8, I won my first tournament. I dropped out of school at the age of 14 to concentrate on my tennis career. I had no close friends after that and constantly dealt with adults. I was the youngest player ever to go to the French Open in 1985, but lost to Chris Evert. I also became the youngest player at the time to win the Tennis Orange Bowl tournament in Miami, Florida. When I went into my professional tennis tour, I was isolated because I did not speak English for the first 3 years. Also, when I was professional, I was the first tennis player to have a doll produced in my likeness by the Great American Doll Company. In 1992, a fiery orange red rose was named in honor of me, marking the first time in history a rose was named after a tennis player. I retired on October 1996 so I can concentrate on a perfume business I had.
Hola, soy me llamo Michael Edward Love, Beach Boys, El Activo. Soy de Los Angeles, California, El Rico y Talentoso. Tengo 70 años, el antico y alegre. Soy nacido de March 14, 1941.
Is that it?
Soy Salma Hayek. Tengo 44 años. Soy de Gonzales, Mexico. Soy talentoso y delgado. Me gusta cantar y sudar. Birth name Salma Hayek Jimenez. I was Best Actor and Leading Role Academy Award for my performance of Frida. I was nominated for 6 Oscars. I won Best Newcomer and Most Stylish Celebrity of 2003. I made the cut to People Magazine's 50 Most Beautiful People list twice. I also helped Carlos Santana become a music legend. My name means safe, and I have a brother named Sammy.
Hola, me llamo Pedro Martinez. Soy de Dominica Republic. Tengo 14 años. Soy caliente y deportista. Me gusta béisbol y la escuela. I was born October 25th, 1971 in Monogataba, 30 minutes from the capital of Dominica Republic. I worked as a janitor, did odd jobs. I spent 1988 and 89 on the Dodgers Dominican Summer League, and became a Dominican Republic Giants pitcher. I'm 5'11". I weigh 170 pounds. I throw
bat right. Graduate at Ohio Dominican College. I played for the U.S. Boston Red Sox as a pitcher.
Me llamo Bob Marley. Soy de Jamaica. Tengo 36 años. Me gusta cantar y jugar fútbol. Robert Nesta Marley was born in Jamaica on February 6, 1945. Bob Marley's first record was called Judge Not in the early 60s. Bob Marley was one of the people who helped popularize reggae, but nobody really knows what the word reggae means. Bob Marley, who at 21 married a beautiful Trench woman, Sunday school teacher named Rita, until he died. Work was never a problem for Marley. He was famous for making his band rehearse for hours after any normal person would have dropped from exhaustion. When he was 21, he lived in Delaware for 7 months and worked at a Chrysler plant on nights where he wrote a song night shift. In July 1973, Bob and the Wailers opened a week of gigs for Bruce Springsteen, and Bob was shot but lived. Bob was a professional level soccer player. His last words to his son were, "Money can't buy life." He wanted to spend his final days in Jamaica, but he came too ill to fly there and died in Miami on May 11, 1981.
Soy de me llamo Red Hot Chili Peppers. Tengo 26 años. Soy de California. Soy music y art. The two original members of the Red Hot Chili Peppers are Flea, who plays bass, and Anthony, the singer. Anthony Kiedis' father owns a wolf. The bassist Flea has been in 23 movies and is also a talented trumpet player. Anthony met Flea when he found Flea holding a kid in a headlock. Hillel Slovak, who was the first guitarist, taught Flea how to play bass. John and Flea are both friends with Johnny Depp. Flea also owns a Mercedes-Benz that is painted rainbow colors. There have also been 14 members, and the current members are Flea, Anthony, John Frusciante, and Chad Smith.
Me llamo José Antonio Dominguez. Soy de Málaga, Andalusia, Spain. I was born on August 10, 1960 in Málaga, Andalusia, Spain. My father, José Dominguez, was a policeman in the Spanish Civil Guards. My mother, Donna Ann Banderas, was a school teacher. In 2001, I made $12 million on one movie. I have starred in over 72 movies. I have also directed and produced over 19 movies.